Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be a bittersweet interview. One of my favorite people, Joe Dragone, is here.
Hi, Jesse.
Hello, Joe. Superintendent, Ballston Spa School System, but not for long, because he's taking a position as Senior Executive Officer for Capital Region BOCES. I asked Joe to come on because the relationship that we've developed with Ballston Spa School District over the years is one of the most cherished relationships that we have, and it has so much to do with Joe and his team and their outlook on education and their dedication to their students. And that, I know that sounds like a big one, Joe, but honest to God, it's really the truth.
Well, I appreciate that, Jesse.
Yeah.
I do. And you guys, Look TV has been a great partner for many years now in the work that we've done at TechSmart and the work, frankly, regionally, as we talk about the kinds of programs we have and the opportunities we have for our kids.
So Joe, let's take a little trip down memory lane here, okay? 9 years, I think, right? Am I
9
right?
years, yes.
Okay, you're superintendent, Ballston Spa School District. The first time we met, what struck me when I got back in the car and I told it to the people in the car, I said, these people are thinkers. You know, it was you and Laurel and, oh my God, I forget that, it was a bunch of people. And we had talked about a concept for a program and whatever. But I got a real insight into just the sort of, and progressive is a good word, but forward thinking, innovative kind of concepts and just your look at challenge. You know, tell me about that. Why was it that I always had that impression, as many people did, that you looked at new opportunities not as risk, but as a challenge to do something exciting?
Yeah, you know, it's a frame of thinking that the whole team comes from, that you alluded to, and especially in K-12 education. You know, you think about schools, Jesse. I mean, they're like when you went to school. They're like when I went to school. In Canada, they're like when our parents went to school. Right. Things change, but the teacher's still there, and the desks are still there, and that kind of stuff still happens. And we focus so hard on transforming the experience for the kids. You know, that relationship between the adult and the child is still the center of what we do, but how they can work together and the different things that they can produce, accomplish, work towards changes over time, and how they do that work changes. So we take that nucleus of, you know, what it is, school. We have the relationship with the child and the adult and the influences they have on each other, and then talk about it in terms of what it can really be for us, you know, in 2018, 2019, and, you know, 2030 as we look forward. So looking at how that can happen and just thinking about it differently, you know, like you said, we say innovation, you know, lots of all these other different words, and we just try to say, well, let's just think about making things happen or create things that we want to see and what kids say that they want to see. And we've had some good synergy around that and some success doing it, and it's really a tribute to the folks on the ground for making those opportunities possible for kids.
You know, it's almost impossible to say, hey, Joe, would you pick something out, some accomplishment over the last 9 years? Because so much of what you're saying in providing opportunity for children, which is the art in education, is providing opportunity for children, is an ongoing process. But I can tell you, because of the press releases we get and the things that we cover, let's just pick out SPAC this past summer.
Sure. You know, it's we have a great partnership with SPAC, and again, I think this goes to, well, two things, Jesse. One, we always say we're in the opportunity business. Our job is to provide opportunities for kids, you know, and it's opportunities across the board. We do a lot of work in STEM, you know that.
Yeah, sure.
But we have a well-balanced scale. We do a lot of work in the arts. We do a lot of work in the fine and performing arts. You mentioned, you know, we do have our partnership with SPAC. We do a dance residency, which is tremendous, and SPAC is a great partner, and they think about it the way we do in terms of opportunity. When you get a bunch of fifth graders dancing with Broadway stars, it's as exciting as you get a bunch of juniors working with an engineer on something, you know? So it's capturing the kids' spirit and what they really like, and we do it across the spectrum, whether it's SPAC or Proctor's or our partners in the financial institutions with regard to you know, kids thinking about financial literacy and those things, or folks on our STEM fields, and all the way across the board. It's the people and the relationships that I think really make this work. And that's something that's important that we've worked on for a long time, and that's going to continue to carry things forward.
Yeah, I bet the momentum that you've got going, you can't disrupt that kind of momentum. I'm thinking of the robotics team.
Yes,
That just
yes.
popped into my head because just in the past couple of weeks we've been talking to teachers over there at Ballston Spa, and also the space camp. You know, I mean, it just doesn't,
that
it
was
doesn't
great
quit with you guys.
Yeah, the robotics. I'm so proud of everyone involved with that. We have, 20 plus mentors in the engineering fields, plus our staff, plus the kids. 7 years ago we didn't have any team. Now we have 7 teams, right down from the little kids to the big kids. Twice in the past 4 years, the high school team's been to world competition, St. Louis. Just really a great opportunity, and you see that everyone across the board coming together to focus and take advantage of something like that. This summer they're running their camp.
That's right.
The older kids run the camp for the little kids, and it's like, here's our future.
I know.
Here's our future. Engineers and scientists and kids that they love. They're playing with them and they're building stuff. It's inspiring. It's really inspiring.
Well, and that inspiration, as you well know, that not only goes two ways, from the student to the teacher or from the teacher to the student, but the families are all involved in that too. Again, it's the art of education. I'm sure this was a tough decision.
Very hard. Absolutely.
Real big move for you. When are you making the transition?
Officially, October 30th.
Okay.
I will start in my new position. So we're going to be doing a transition over the next couple months. Denise Jones, who is the current assistant superintendent for human resources and professional development, she'll be the interim while they do the search. The district's launching their formal search process on or around October 1st, with the long-term goal of having somebody in place on a full-time basis come for the next school year by June 30th of 18.
Part of what I think makes Joe so unique and exceptional is the fact that he's a musician. He's one killer horn player. So what part of the audition for the BOCES position did you have to take out the horn and just blow away Clarence Clemens?
Well,
I just want to get a handle on that.
Fortunately, this was a series of interviews and it wasn't an audition. Everything in the long run worked out well.
So you didn't at the end, you didn't have to get up on the roof and say, I hope we pass the audition? You didn't have to do that?
No, that wasn't part of the process this time around.
Well, Joe, thank you for taking the time
Jesse, thank you.
to come in, and all of the really exceptional work that you and your team, I understand that, have done for the Ballston Spa School District and the community of Ballston Spa. And the best of luck to you. We'll see you on the other side.
I appreciate it, and thank you for everything. Look is a great partner and an important resource in this area promoting these kinds of programs. So thank you for everything over the years. I know everybody looks forward to continue working with you and your team here at Look.
Oh, thanks a lot, Joe.
Great.
All right,
thanks,
take
Jesse.
care.
I will. Thank you.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.